Hello, and welcome back to the English Practice Podcast. In today's episode, we're going to talk about a very common topic in English conversations. The topic is daily routine. A daily routine is the things you usually do every day. These are the actions and habits that are part of your normal life. This topic is very important for English learners. People often talk about their daily routine when they meet someone new. It is also a common topic in English classes and language exams. When you can describe your routine in English, you can speak more naturally and confidently. In this episode, I will describe a typical daily routine step by step. I will start with the morning and explain what many people usually do when they begin their day. While you listen, try to notice the verbs and expressions that describe everyday actions. Let's start with the beginning of the day. For many people, the first thing that happens in the morning is the alarm clock. An alarm clock helps people wake up at a specific time. Some people use a traditional alarm clock, but many people now use their phone. For example, my alarm usually rings at 7 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I wake up before the alarm, but most days the alarm helps me start the day on time. When the alarm rings, I open my eyes and slowly wake up. Sometimes I feel energetic and ready for the day. Other times I feel a little sleepy and tired. This is very normal, especially if you went to bed late the night before. After the alarm rings, I usually stay in bed for a few minutes. I stretch my arms and take a deep breath. Stretching helps the body wake up and feel more relaxed. Sometimes I also check my phone when I wake up. I might look at the time, read a message, or check the weather forecast for the day. If the weather is cold or rainy, I may choose different clothes later. After a few minutes, I get out of bed and start my morning routine. The first small task I usually do is making the bed. This means I fix the blanket and pillows so the bed looks clean and organized. Making the bed is a small habit, but many people like it. It makes the bedroom look tidy, and it feels good to start the day with a simple task. After that, I go to the bathroom. In the bathroom, I usually start with brushing my teeth. Brushing your teeth is a very important daily habit for good health. Most people brush their teeth for about 2 minutes. After brushing my teeth, I'll wash my face with water. Washing my face helps me feel fresh and awake. Sometimes I also look in the mirror and take a moment to wake up slowly. The morning is often a quiet time of the day, especially if you live alone or if the rest of the house is still sleeping. After brushing my teeth and washing my face, I usually take a shower. Many people prefer to shower in the morning because it helps them feel clean and energized. I like taking a warm shower. The warm water helps relax the muscles and makes the body feel comfortable. While I am in the shower, I start thinking about the day ahead. For example, I might think about the tasks I need to finish, the meetings I have, or the places I need to go. Morning showers are often a quiet moment to prepare mentally for the day. After the shower, I dry my hair and get dressed. Choosing clothes is part of the morning routine for many people. Sometimes it is easy to choose clothes, but other times it takes a little more time. If I'm going to work, I usually choose simple and comfortable clothes. If it is a relaxed day, I might wear something casual like a t-shirt and jeans. After getting dressed, I usually go to the kitchen. Now it is time for breakfast. Breakfast is the first meal of the day, and many people believe it is an important meal. Some people like a big breakfast, and others prefer something small and quick. My breakfast is usually simple. Sometimes I eat eggs and toast. Other days I eat yogurt with fruit. Occasionally, I eat cereal with milk. I also like to drink coffee in the morning. Coffee helps me feel more awake and focused. Some people prefer tea instead of coffee. Others drink juice or just water. Breakfast is also a calm moment before the busy part of the day begins. While I eat breakfast, I sometimes listen to music or a podcast. This helps me start the day in a relaxed way. Some people like to read the news during breakfast. Others check their email or plan their day. Everyone has a slightly different routine. After breakfast, I usually clean the kitchen quickly. I wash my cup and plate and put everything back in its place. Small habits like this help keep the home organized. Then I prepare for the rest of the day. I check my schedule and think about what I need to do. If I have meetings or important tasks, I make a small plan in my mind. If I need to leave the house, I also prepare my bag. I might take my laptop, my notebook, my phone charger, or a bottle of water. Sometimes I also take a few minutes to check the weather again. If it is cold outside, I take a jacket. If it is raining, I take an umbrella. Finally, when everything is ready, I leave the house and start the main part of my day. For some people, this means going to the office. For others, it means going to school or university. And many people today work from home, so they simply go to their desk and start working. This is an example of a morning routine, but every person's routine is different. Some people wake up very early and exercise before work. Others prefer to sleep longer and have a quick breakfast. Now I want you to think about your own morning routine. What time do you usually wake up? What is the first thing you do in the morning? Do you take a shower in the morning or in the evening? You can practice describing your routine in English with simple sentences. For example, you might say, I wake up at 7 o'clock. I brush my teeth and wash my face. Then I take a shower. After that, I eat breakfast and drink coffee. Practicing these simple sentences will help you speak more confidently about your everyday life. Now we're going to continue with the next part of the day, starting work or school. This part of the routine is very important because it describes how people begin their main daily activities. After leaving the house, many people go to their workplace or school. Some people drive a car. Some people use public transport, and others work from home. For example, I sometimes take the bus or the train when I go to work. Public transport is very common in big cities. If you work in an office, the first thing you usually do is arrive at your workplace and prepare for the day. Many people turn on their computer when they arrive. Checking email is often one of the first tasks in the morning. For example, I might open my email and check messages from colleagues or clients. Some messages are about meetings, projects, or daily tasks. Answering important emails is often part of the morning work routine. After checking email, many people start working on their main tasks. The type of work depends on the job. For example, if you're a teacher, you may prepare lessons or check homework. If you're a designer, you may work on design projects. If you're a programmer, you may write or review code. Students have a similar routine when they go to school or university. When students arrive at school, they usually go to their classroom. They may prepare their books, notebooks, or learning materials. During the school or work day, people usually have meetings, classes, or tasks to complete. For example, in an office job, there might be a morning meeting with the team. In school, there might be lessons with teachers and classmates. Many people also take a short break during the morning. This is often called a coffee break or short break. During this time, people relax, drink coffee or tea, and talk with colleagues. For example, I sometimes take a 10-minute break. I drink coffee and walk for a little bit. Short breaks are important because they help the brain rest and stay focused. Lunchtime is also part of the work or school routine. Many people eat lunch around noon or in the early afternoon. Some people eat in a restaurant, others bring food from home, and some buy food near their workplace. For example, I might eat a sandwich, salad, or a warm meal for lunch. After lunch, people usually return to work or continue their classes. In the afternoon, people continue working on their tasks. This is usually the busiest part of the day for many workers and students. People try to finish important work before the end of the day. If you're studying English, the afternoon could be a good time to practice. You can listen to podcasts, read English texts, or practice speaking. At the end of the workday or school day, people usually finish their tasks and prepare to go home. Many people turn off their computer, organize their desk, or save their work. For example, I usually check my tasks before leaving work. I make sure everything is saved and completed. Then I pack my bag and leave the office. Some people go directly home after work. Others meet friends, go to the gym, or buy something from a shop before going home. This part of the routine is important because it helps separate work time from personal time. Having this separation is good for mental health and relaxation. Now think about your own work or school routine. Ask yourself some simple questions. What do you do when you arrive at work or school? Do you check emails or prepare books first? Do you take a break during the morning? Try describing your routine out loud. For example, I arrive at work at 8 o'clock. I turn on my computer and check my email. Then I start working on my tasks. Simple sentences like this are very good practice for English speaking. Now we're going to continue with lunchtime and afternoon activities, which are important parts of a typical daily routine. Many people spend several hours in the afternoon completing tasks, attending classes, or doing their work. Let's start with lunch. Lunch is usually eaten around noon or in the early afternoon. Some people eat at home, some eat at school or work, and some go to a restaurant or cafe. For example, I usually eat lunch at work with my colleagues. We often bring food from home or sometimes buy sandwiches or salads nearby. During lunch, people often take a short break from work or school. It is a time to relax, talk with friends or colleagues, and recharge energy for the rest of the day. Some people use lunch to read a book or listen to music. Others take a short walk outside to get fresh air. Small activities like these help the body and mind feel refreshed. After lunch, it's time to continue afternoon work or classes. For workers, this can mean attending meetings, completing projects, writing reports, or speaking with clients. For students, it can mean attending lessons, doing exercises, or studying in the library. The afternoon is usually busy because people try to finish tasks before the end of the day. Many people also take a short afternoon break, sometimes called a coffee break or tea break. For example, I often take a 10-minute break around 3 o'clock. I drink a cup of coffee or tea and sometimes chat with colleagues. These breaks help improve focus and prevent tiredness in the afternoon. Some people have specific routines in the afternoon that include exercise or personal activities. For example, some people go to the gym, do yoga, or take a walk after work. Even short activities like stretching or walking can improve energy and concentration. At school or university, students may also spend the afternoon studying independently or completing homework. After classes, some students visit the library, join a club, or meet friends. Afternoon routines can vary depending on work or study schedules, but the main goal is usually completing important tasks and staying productive. For many people, afternoon routines also include small tasks at home, such as cleaning, cooking, or shopping. Even after work or school, daily routines often continue with small but important responsibilities. For example, I sometimes go shopping on my way home or pick up something I need for dinner. Now let's practice some sentences to describe afternoon activities in English. You can say, eat lunch at 12 o'clock. I usually bring food from home or buy a sandwich. After lunch, I continue working on my projects. I take a short coffee break at 3 o'clock. I drink tea and talk with colleagues. I sometimes go for a walk in the afternoon to relax. These sentences are very useful because they describe everyday actions clearly and naturally. You can practice speaking them out loud to improve your English fluency. In the next part of this episode, we will talk about the evening routine, including returning home, dinner, and relaxing after a busy day. We will also learn useful expressions to describe how people spend their evenings. Now we're going to continue with the evening routine. Evening routines are important because they help people relax, finish daily tasks, and prepare for the next day. This part of the day is often more personal and flexible than the morning or afternoon. After finishing work or school, many people go home. Some take public transport, some drive, and some walk. When I go home, I like to listen to music or a podcast during the journey. It helps me relax after a busy day. Once at home, many people start with small tasks. This can include cleaning the kitchen, organizing their room, or putting things away. For example, I often wash my lunch dishes and tidy my workspace. Doing small tasks first helps me feel more comfortable and relaxed in the evening. Next comes dinner, which is usually eaten in the early evening. Dinner is an important meal where people can spend time with family or friends. Some people cook at home, while others might order food or eat something simple like sandwiches or salad. For example, I usually cook a simple dinner with vegetables, rice, or pasta. Sometimes I also eat with friends or family, and we talk about our day. After dinner, people often spend time on personal activities. These activities are different for everyone. Some people watch TV or movies, others read books, and some listen to music or play video games. For example, I often watch a short TV show or listen to a podcast in English. This is a great way to practice English while relaxing. Many people also use the evening to exercise or go for a walk. Even a short walk outside can help the body relax and improve sleep later. For example, I sometimes take a 20-minute walk in my neighborhood after dinner. This helps me feel calm and ready for the night. Another common evening habit is planning for the next day. People often check their schedules, make a to-do list, or set an alarm for the morning. This small step helps reduce stress and makes the next day easier. For example, I like to write a short list of tasks I need to do tomorrow. It only takes a few minutes, but is very useful. Some people also spend time on hobbies in the evening. For example, painting, playing an instrument, or practicing a language. These activities are relaxing and enjoyable after a busy day. For example, I sometimes practice English by reading or writing short sentences about my day. Evening routines can also include small relaxing habits like drinking tea, meditating, or talking with family members. These habits help people feel calm before going to bed. For example, I often make a cup of herbal tea and sit quietly for a few minutes. It helps me prepare for sleep. Finally, the last part of the evening routine is going to bed. Most people try to go to bed at a consistent time to sleep well. I usually go to bed around 11 o'clock. Before sleeping, I sometimes read a book or check my phone quickly, but I try not to spend too much time on screens. Good sleep is very important for a healthy daily routine. Now let's practice describing your evening in English. You can say, I go home at 6 o'clock. I cook dinner and eat with my family. After dinner, I watch TV or listen to music. Sometimes I take a walk or read a book. I go to bed around 11 o'clock. Practicing sentences like these will help you speak more fluently about your day. Remember, you can adjust the sentences to fit your own routine. Now, we're going to talk about something a little different and very important: weekend and free time routines. Many people have different habits on weekends compared to weekdays because they do not go to work or school. Weekends are usually a time for rest, hobbies, and social activities. For many people, Saturday and Sunday are days when they can relax and spend more time doing things they enjoy. Some people sleep a little longer on weekends because they do not need to wake up early for work or school. For example, I sometimes wake up around 8 or 9 o'clock on weekends instead of 7 o'clock. After waking up on the weekend, the morning routine may be more relaxed. Some people drink coffee slowly, read a book, watch TV, or listen to music. Others spend time with their family or prepare a special breakfast. For example, I might cook eggs and toast or go to a cafe to drink coffee and read the news. Many people use weekends to do housework and personal tasks. Even though weekends are for rest, small responsibilities still exist. People may clean their house, wash clothes, go shopping, or organize their rooms. For example, I sometimes clean my apartment on Saturday morning. It helps me start the weekend in an organized way. Weekend mornings are also a good time for exercise or outdoor activities. Some people go to the gym, run in the park, ride a bicycle, or play sports with friends. Physical activity is important for health and energy. For example, I sometimes go for a long walk or do light exercise on Saturday. After the morning activities, many people spend the afternoon doing hobbies or meeting friends. Free time is very valuable because people can focus on things they enjoy. Some people like watching movies, playing games, painting, or learning new skills. Travel is also very common on weekends. Some people visit nearby cities, go to the mountains, or spend time near the sea. Short trips are popular because they are relaxing and do not require long planning. For example, I sometimes visit small towns near my city on Sunday. Weekend afternoons are also good for social activities. People often meet friends, go to restaurants, drink coffee, or talk together. Conversation is an important part of free time because it helps people relax and enjoy company. Another common weekend activity is learning something new. Many people use free time to study languages, practice music, or learn online skills. For example, I like to practice English by listening to podcasts, reading articles, or writing short texts. Evening time on weekends is usually more relaxed than weekdays. Some people watch movies or TV shows. Others go to restaurants, bars, or social events. For example, I sometimes watch a movie at home and order food for dinner. It is also important to mention that not every weekend is the same. Some weekends are very active, and others are quiet and relaxing. Sometimes people prefer to stay at home and rest after a busy week. This is completely normal. Now let's practice some sentences you can use to talk about your weekend routine in English. You can say, on weekends, I usually wake up late. I drink coffee and have a slow breakfast. I do housework and clean my room. I meet my friends or go for a walk. I watch movies or listen to music. I sometimes travel or visit new places. Here is a longer example of a weekend routine description. On weekends, I usually wake up around 9 o'clock. I drink coffee and eat breakfast slowly. After that, I clean my apartment and go shopping. In the afternoon, I meet my friends or go for a walk in the park. In the evening, I watch movies and relax. You can practice describing your own weekend routine using simple English sentences. Remember that you don't need complicated grammar. Clear and simple sentences are enough to communicate your idea. Another useful exercise is to compare weekday routine and weekend routine. For example, you can say, on weekdays, I wake up early and go to work. On weekends, I wake up later and rest more. This comparison is very useful in conversations because people often ask about both routines. Before we finish this block, think about your own free time. Ask yourself some questions. What do you usually do on weekends? Do you prefer resting or being active? Do you meet friends or stay at home? Do you travel sometimes? Try answering these questions in English. Speaking about your real life is one of the best ways to improve your English. Now we're going to finish the daytime routine and move to the night routine, which is the last part of a typical daily routine. Night routines are very important because they help people relax, recover energy, and prepare the body and mind for good sleep. The night routine usually starts when people finish their evening activities. Some people watch TV, spend time with family, or do hobbies before going to bed. When it is time to prepare for sleep, people start slowing down their activities. The body and brain need time to transition from active work to rest. One of the first steps in a night routine is turning off electronic devices or reducing screen time. Many doctors and health experts recommend avoiding phones, computers, or tablets at least a few minutes before sleeping. The blue light from screens can make it more difficult to fall asleep because it affects the brain's natural sleep signals. For example, I usually stop using my phone about 30 minutes before going to bed. Instead of looking at social media, I prefer to read a book, listen to quiet music, or drink a cup of herbal tea. These activities help my body understand that it is time to rest. Another common part of the night routine is personal hygiene before sleeping. Many people brush their teeth again before going to bed. Some people also wash their face or take a quick shower if they feel tired or hot. Keeping good hygiene before sleep is important for health and comfort. After that, people usually prepare their bedroom for sleep. This may include organizing the bed, adjusting the pillow, or making the room darker and quieter. Many people close the curtains and turn off unnecessary lights. Sleep environment is very important for good rest. A quiet, dark, and comfortable room helps people sleep better. Some people use special sleep sounds, relaxing music, or white noise to improve sleep quality. Before sleeping, many people spend a few minutes thinking about the next day. This is a very useful mental habit. Some people write a short to-do list for tomorrow. For example, they might write meetings, study time, shopping, or exercise. Planning the next day helps reduce anxiety because the brain feels more organized. If you know what you need to do tomorrow, you can relax more easily before sleeping. Some people also practice relaxation techniques before sleep. For example, breathing slowly, stretching lightly, or sitting quietly for a few minutes. These activities help the body switch from active mode to rest mode. Many people like to drink something warm before sleeping. Herbal tea is popular because it helps people relax. However, some people avoid drinking too much water before bed because it may disturb sleep during the night. Reading is another very common night habit. Many people read books for 10 or 20 minutes before sleeping. Reading helps the brain slow down and move away from stressful thoughts. However, it is better to read something relaxing rather than something stressful or exciting. Finally, people go to bed. Most adults try to sleep at a regular time because a stable sleep schedule is good for health. For example, I usually go to bed around 11 o'clock at night. When lying in bed, many people take a moment to relax their body. Some people think about positive things or listen to calm sounds. Others simply close their eyes and try to sleep naturally. Sleep is very important because it helps the body recover energy. Good sleep improves memory, concentration, mood, and overall health. Without enough sleep, people may feel tired, stressed, or less productive during the day. For English learners, sleep is also important because the brain needs rest to learn new information. When you practice English during the day and sleep well at night, your brain can process and remember language better. Now let's practice some English sentences you can use to describe your night routine. You can say, "In the evening, I stop using my phone before sleeping. I brush my teeth and wash my face. I read a book or listen to music. I drink herbal tea before bed. I go to bed around 10 or 11 o'clock. I try to sleep at the same time every night." Here is a longer example of a night routine description. At night, I usually stop using my phone and relax. I brush my teeth and prepare my bed. I sometimes read a book or listen to soft music. Then I go to bed around 11 o'clock. I try to sleep at the same time every day because it helps my body feel more rested. You can practice describing your own night routine by speaking out loud. Try to use simple present tense sentences because you are talking about habits and regular actions. Remember that you don't need perfect English to talk about your routine. The most important thing is communication and confidence. Even simple sentences can help you express your daily life. Before finishing this episode, think about your own night routine. Ask yourself, what do you do before sleeping? Do you use your phone at night? Do you read or listen to music? What time do you usually go to bed? Try answering these questions in English. For example, at night, I stop using my phone. I brush my teeth. I read a book and go to bed around 10 o'clock. If you practice speaking about your daily routine regularly, you will become more confident in English conversations. In this part of the episode, we're going to talk about daily habits and productivity. Routine is not only about the order of your day, but also about the small habits that help you stay healthy, focused, and productive. Many successful people believe that small daily habits are more important than big actions done once in a while. For example, practicing English for 10 minutes every day is more useful than studying for 3 hours once a week. Consistency is the key to improving any skill. One important habit for many people is planning the day. At the beginning of the day or the night before, people often make a small list of tasks. This is called a to-do list. A to-do list helps organize activities and reduces stress because you know what you need to do. For example, my daily to-do list may include working on projects, answering emails, recording podcasts, or studying new material. I usually write 3 to 5 important tasks instead of making a very long list. This makes it easier to focus. Another important habit is time management. Time management means using your time efficiently and not wasting it on unnecessary activities. Many people divide their day into work time, rest time, and personal time. For example, I try to focus on work during the morning and afternoon because my concentration is usually better at that time. In the evening, I prefer lighter activities like reading, learning languages, or relaxing. Exercise is also a very important part of a healthy routine. Physical activity helps improve energy, mood, and sleep quality. Even short exercise sessions are helpful. Some people exercise in the morning, while others prefer the evening. There is no perfect time for exercise because it depends on your lifestyle. For example, I sometimes walk for 20 minutes every day. Walking is simple but very effective. Healthy eating habits are also part of daily routine. Many people try to eat balanced meals with vegetables, protein, and carbohydrates. Drinking enough water is also important for health and concentration. For English learners, daily habits can also include language practice. You can listen to English podcasts, read short texts, watch videos, or practice speaking every day. Even 5 or 10 minutes of English practice is helpful. For example, you can say, I practice English every day. I listen to English podcasts during my free time. I try to learn new words every day. I speak English out loud when I practice. Another good habit is reviewing what you learned. At the end of the day, you can repeat new English words or sentences. This helps your brain remember information better. Productivity is not about working all the time. Productivity means finishing important tasks while still having time to rest. Many people make the mistake of working too much without taking breaks. Short breaks are very important during work or study. After working for some time, it is good to rest your eyes, stretch your body, or drink water. This helps maintain energy and concentration. Now, let's practice a longer example about daily habits. Every day, I try to follow a simple routine. I wake up early, eat breakfast, and start working. I make a to-do list and focus on my main tasks. I take short breaks during the day and exercise for 20 minutes. In the evening, I relax, read a book, and go to bed at the same time. You can also describe your own productive habits in English. Think about these questions. Do you plan your day? Do you exercise? Do you study or practice English every day? How do you stay productive? Try answering in simple English sentences. Remember that routine and habits are very personal. You don't need to copy someone else's routine. The best routine is the one that fits your life, your work, and your goals. Now the goal is to help you describe your whole day using simple and natural English sentences. You do not need complicated grammar. Clear communication is more important than perfect language. Let's imagine a complete daily routine step by step. A typical day usually starts in the morning when the alarm clock rings. Many people wake up between 6 and 8 o'clock in the morning. After waking up, people usually get out of bed, stretch their body, and start preparing for the day. Morning hygiene is usually the next step. People brush their teeth, wash their face, and sometimes take a shower. Some people prefer morning showers because they help the body feel fresh and awake. After showering, people get dressed and choose clothes for work, school, or daily activities. Breakfast is the first meal of the day. Breakfast gives energy for the morning activities. Many people eat simple foods such as eggs, bread, cereal, yogurt, or fruit. Drinking coffee, tea, or water in the morning is also very common. After breakfast, people usually start their main activities. Some go to work, some go to school, and some work from home. Office workers often turn on their computer, check emails, and start working on tasks. Students prepare books, listen to lessons, or study subjects. During the morning and afternoon, people usually work, study, or complete their responsibilities. Short breaks are important because they help maintain concentration. Many people drink coffee, tea, or water during breaks. Lunch is usually eaten around noon or early afternoon. People may eat at home, at work, or in a restaurant. Lunch can be a quick meal like a sandwich or a more complete meal with vegetables and protein. After lunch, people continue their work or study activities. The afternoon is often the busiest part of the day because people try to finish important tasks. Some people also exercise, walk, or do hobbies during the afternoon. When the workday or school day finishes, people usually go home. The evening routine often starts with relaxing activities. Many people clean their house, cook dinner, or spend time with family. Dinner is usually eaten in the early evening. Some people cook at home, while others buy food or eat in restaurants. After dinner, people often watch TV, listen to music, read books, or practice hobbies. Free time is very important in the evening because it helps reduce stress after a busy day. Some people meet friends, watch movies, or go for a walk outside. Before sleeping, people usually follow a night routine. Many people stop using electronic devices, brush their teeth, and prepare their bed. Reading a book, listening to soft music, or drinking herbal tea are common relaxing habits. Sleep is very important for good health and productivity. Most adults try to sleep at a regular time every night. Good sleep helps the body recover energy and helps the brain remember new information. Now let's practice a full daily routine example in English. Every day, I wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning. I brush my teeth, take a shower, and eat breakfast. After breakfast, I go to work and start checking my email. During the day, I work on my tasks and take short breaks. I eat lunch around noon. In the afternoon, I continue working and sometimes drink coffee. After work, I go home, cook dinner, and relax. In the evening, I watch TV, read a book, or practice English. I go to bed around 11 o'clock. You can change this example according to your own life. Try describing your own full routine using simple English. Speak out loud if possible. Do not worry about small grammar mistakes. Communication is more important than perfection. You can use this structure when talking about your routine. Morning, waking up, hygiene, breakfast, work or study, main daily activities. Lunch and afternoon, tasks and breaks. Evening, relaxation and dinner. Night, preparation for sleep. If you practice describing your routine every day, your English speaking will improve naturally. Daily routine topics are very useful because they are used in conversations, interviews, and language learning environments. Remember that learning English is a long process. Improvement comes from small daily practice. Even a few minutes of English listening or speaking every day can make a big difference over time. Thank you for listening to the English Podcast. I hope this episode helped you feel more comfortable talking about your daily routine in English. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and remember, consistency is more important than speed. See you in the next episode.
Tell me why you want to learn English. The 3 most interesting comments will get 10 English lessons absolutely free.